Hello, and welcome to the Subby Zone with me, your host, Phil Subby. And this is episode 7, Polynomial Long Division. And in this episode, we'll be dividing 2x to the fourth power plus 3x cubed plus 5x minus 1 by x squared minus 2x plus 2. Okay? A little update from last week is I did start subtly asking certain questions from people around me in my life to see if they were imposters, and um, they weren't so subtle. A lot of people were very annoyed with me and confused about some of the questions I was asking. Um, it wasn't that I was asking, personal questions or anything. I was just more saying it was personal. That just why are you here? Why are you in this class? Why did you move here? One of my professors, I said, you have way too many credentials. I mean, you have way too much, too big a resume. Like you went to way too nice a school to be teaching in this school. Why is that? You know, and I think a lot of people didn't like the tone. Some people close to me told me to seek help. So when attacking a problem like this, we're using long division, and a lot of people forget long division because it was, we don't do it from when we do, calculators, right? So just a little review of long division. What we're going to do is we're going to divide 4,520 divided by 15. Okay, so what you do first, you do 15. Can that go into 4? No, it can't. So go to the next number. Can 15 go to 45? Yes. Goes into it 3 times. Put that. This means 3 times 15, right? Then you subtract it. It comes out to 0. And then you bring this down, which comes to 2. Can 15 go into 2? No, it can't. So it goes into it 0 times. 0 times 15 is 0. Subtract it. And this becomes 2. Bring that 0 all the way down here. It becomes 20. And then we get it, how many times 15 go into 20? 1 time. Bring down 15. Minus 15 become 5. And we got a remainder of 5, right? A lot of times, what we learn is that you can find the decimal by putting 0.0 and bringing it all over there. But right now we're doing remainder theorem with the polynomials. So we have that remainder of 5, and then you can put 5 over 15 as the remainder. So what this means is 300, which reduces to 1/3. So 301 and 0.333, right, which is 1/3, times 15 is approximately 4520, right? Okay, so let's move on to solving this bad boy, okay? All right, so if you remember, we had 2x squared, 2x to the fourth power, sorry. This is the fourth power, plus 3x cubed plus 5x minus 1, and it was all divided by x squared minus 2x plus 2. Okay, so we're going to set it up just like regular long division. X squared minus 2x plus 2, and then put this thing up here. This would be 2x plus 3x cubed. Now this is just something we do as a placeholder. We put 0x squared, and that'll help us with the long division, keep everything organized. Really nice. Okay? So first step is how many times does x squared go into 2x to the fourth power? Remember our multiplying exponents. We got the x squared times x squared is equal to x fourth. You add up the exponents, right, when you have the same base. Okay, so this would be 2x squared. right? So this would be 2x squared times x squared would be 2x to the fourth, and we're going to subtract it. Remember, just like in long division. Now 2x squared times negative 2x is negative 4x to the cubed, 4x cubed, negative 4x cubed. Now, what I do, and this is personal preference, you can do it differently, but to keep it to remind myself, what I do is I'll change the sign. Whatever, I'll do the opposite sign of what they are, just so I can keep them in track and I can just add them instead of subtracting them. Because sometimes I'll forget. You go down the line and you have to make everything negative. It gets confusing. So I'm just going to make this. This is negative 4x to the cubed. I'm going to make it positive 4x cubed. Okay? And then we have 2x squared times 2, which would be positive 4x squared. I'm going to make that negative 4x squared. All right. Now let's add up everything. These obviously cross out, right? And this becomes 7x cubed minus 4x squared. And then we bring these down, plus 5x. All right? And then just like we would in long division, right? Now, how many times does x squared go into 7x to the third? You would be correct if you said plus 7x, right? And this would be negative 7x cubed. And this would be 7x times negative 2x is negative 14x squared. But remember, we're going to change that sign, make it the opposite. So it's going to be plus 14x squared. And then 7x times 2 is positive 14. And so we're going to make it negative 14x. All right? These cross out. This becomes 10x squared. And this becomes positive, or negative, negative 9x. And then we bring down the 1, negative 1, minus 1. All right. 10x squared goes into, x goes into 10x squared, positive 10 times. So this becomes negative 10x squared. And this would be negative 20x. No, that's going to be positive. Remember, it's negative 20x, but we're going to make it the opposite sign, which is positive 20x. And then this is going to be plus 20. Okay? And we're going to add those all up. That crosses out. This becomes 29x. No, sorry, 11x. I'm going to move this up to give us some room. Okay. There. This becomes 11x, and this becomes this should be minus 20, right? Remember 10, we got to make that a opposite sign, so that should be minus 20. So it'll be minus 21, so 11x minus 21 is our remainder. If you remember in long division, so this is going to look like this. So our answer will be 2x squared plus 7x plus 10, and then this is going to here. It's just so much writing. Just too big for, maybe I should write too big. And then you have the 11x minus 21 over x squared minus 2x plus 2. Remember, just like in long division, you always put that the number you're dividing it by under the here, right, in the denominator. And this is the same as this, so they might show you this, f of x over d of x equals q of x which is this part, plus r, the remainder of x, which is this part, over d of x. Now, for a test, you want to check your work. Isn't it nice to check your work? You know what I mean? You guys can rewind if you'd like to see this more, but let's check our work a little bit. So yeah, I did seek out some help, and they told me I had, a few issues, but I can't really afford the help right now. But I'm doing well in school, and I'm doing well in my life, and so I think right now I'm just gonna try to ignore everything and just enjoy my life and ignore these people that are following me. And if they want to talk to me, if they want to follow me, follow me. I don't care. If you want to follow me, follow me. Okay. I'll check it. I'll check you out. I'll check you out like I'd check out my long division, which we'll do right now. So when we get an answer um, of what we got, what it means is our answer, 2x squared plus 7x plus 10, if we multiply this out, it'll give us approximately what we were dividing into, but the remainder, we'll have the remainder, right? So what I like to do, you can multiply this all out and then add it and then see how it shows against our original answer. But that's way too long. We have limited times on tests. So what I like to do is I'll just multiply the first number and the last number, because you remember when you multiply polynomials, you're going to times it by this one, 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 you're going to all the way through, right? But the first one, these highest exponent and the least exponent, which is, oh sorry, that's wrong. It should be 2 times 10. So the least exponent, 2 times 10, and then the highest exponent, x squared times 2x squared, are going to be are not going to be changed by all the multiplications. We're not going to have to add up and combine like terms with those parts, the beginning part and the end part. So if those match up, then we're good. And then we're probably good. I'm not saying 100%, we're probably good. So this is going to come x squared times 2x squared is 2x to the fourth. And you remember our original, I'll show you our original right down here so we can that was what the original thing we were dividing this by into this. That should be next. Okay, and so that crosses out, right? 2x squared, so that crosses out. And then 2 times 10 would be 20, right? And so it would be like, well, -1 and 20. That doesn't, those aren't equivalent. But remember, we had that remainder of, what was our remainder again? 11x minus 21. So if you add 21 and 20, negative 21 and 20, it becomes -1. So we're good. That's a correct answer. Okay. So no problems here, I think. And you know what? I'm gonna keep investigating, but what I'm gonna do with the people around me is I'm gonna just act as normal as possible and just ignore it. And just ignore uh, the paranoia I have, and just um, and not because really, what are they doing? If they're following me, if they're who cares? They can follow me, they can look at me, they can wait outside my door. I have nothing to hide. They want to watch me naked. I, they can watch me naked. I don't care. Get a good look. Okay. Do I care? I don't care. You want to laugh at me? All I care is I like to watch TV. I like to play video games. I like to watch movies. And I like to do math. I like to subject, and none of that is being affected by them watching me. So if you want to watch me, go ahead. I don't care. And this is going out to you because I know I'm sending this message out to you. I know you're receiving this message. If you want to watch me, you can. All right. Well, thank you. And next week we'll be using synthetic division. Okay?